Good morning, children. Children, I welcome you all to today's session of science. And we are on to the chapter 5, which is the skeletal system. In my previous discussion, we saw that skeleton is made up of bones, framework of bones, and their main function is to support the body. And there are 206 bones in an adult human skeleton. We saw this diagram also. Then we moved ahead for bone and we found out that there are 350 bones in a child and 206 in adult, as more than 144 bones or 150 bones roughly. They merge together, right? Outside they are very hard and from inside they are very soft. Then we studied about the parts of a skeleton. Saw skull, which protects the head or brain, then backbone, which protects the vertebra with the spinal cord, then the rib cage, which protects the chest, or inside there is heart, there are lungs. Then we also saw the girdles, right? Right? Pelvic and pectoral, they are of two types, right? And then limbs, whether we are having two pairs of limbs, arms and legs. And today let us move ahead. Now the function of skeletal system. The skeleton gives a proper shape and strength to the body. This is the first function. Please underline this. Oh, sorry. The skeleton gives proper shape and support to the body. This is the first one. Then the second, the bone is of skeleton give support to the body, right? Okay. Now the third one, it also protects the internal organs. The skull covers the delicate brain. The eyeballs rest inside the bony eyes of the socket, right? The backbone protects the spinal cord and the rib cage protects the lungs. The urinary bladder lies inside the hip girdles. The muscle attached on the bone makes possible movement, right? Means basically everything is fitted inside the bones and they from outside acts like a support mechanism. White blood corpuscles which fights infection and RBCs are produced by the bone marrow in the hollow bones. Calcium and phosphorus are the two main minerals which are stored inside the bones. They make the bone firm and strong. Now we come to joints. Bones join together to form joints. Bones are held together by strong between the fibers called ligaments. They control the amount of movement of the bone. See, because otherwise, what would have happened is if there are no ligaments, then the bones will rub against each other, causing damage. At the joints, bones rub against each other. They are supported by a stiff, flexible substance called cartilage, which is in between them. The cartilage protects the bones from wear and tear due to friction. Now, children, remember when arthritis, a patient suffers from arthritis, it is this cartilage which is damaged or reduced. There are two main types of joints, immovable and movable. Simple, in immovable joint, the bones cannot move freely, whereas in movable, they can move. Now, in immovable joints on skull, breastbone, between the ribs do not move. They are called immovable joints. Movable joints, joints which help in the movement of bones are called movable joints. Now, there are four types of joints in our body. First is hinge joint. See this one. Where have you seen the hinge joint? It is seen in the toe. This type of joint in the hinge door, you have the hinge joint in your fingers, elbow. They allow movement only in one direction, up and down. Gliding joint. This type of joint allow the movement in wrist, ankle between any two. It allows twist and turn of each joint, right? This is in wrist, right? Okay. Now ball and socket joint. See, it is in hip region. They have one round end of one bone that fits into a small cup-like area of another bone. This type of joint allows lot of movement in every direction. Your hip and shoulders have balls and sockets, right? Means it is found in hips and shoulders. And next is pivot joint. It is found in neck. It lets you turn your head. You can move your head in a semicircle. You can also move your head up and down. In human, the pivot joint is found on the base of the skull between the first two vertebrae of the backbone, right? And now we come to muscles. Bones do not work alone. They need the help of the muscles and joints. They also help the body to perform other functions so that you can grow and remain strong, such as chewing of food and then moving it through the digestive system. Now, see, there is a small definition given here about the muscle. Let us read it out. Muscles are the tissues that pull on the joints, allowing us to move. Or rather, muscles are made up of tissues to perform some specific functions. Now, the human body has more than 600 muscles which make up half of a person's body weight. They are connected to the bones by tough card-like tissues called tendons, which allows tendons, remember, they connect muscle to bone, and ligaments connects bone to bone. If you wiggle your fingers, you can see the tendons on the back of your hand moving as they do their work. Now, there are certain types of muscles. There are three types of muscles: voluntary, involuntary, and cardiac. Voluntary means those muscles which are under our control, right? Now, see the muscles in hand, leg, they are all under our control. Involuntary muscles, they are not under the control of the human being, like that of the heart, that of the lungs, alimentary canal, right? Right? They are they're not under our control. And then we have the cardiac muscles. The third type of muscles are called the cardiac. They're found in the heart, right? They're involuntary in function, but are structured like voluntary muscles, right? So these are the three types of muscles, and with that we come to the end of the chapter. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did in making it. And until we meet again, it's a goodbye.